Dealing with aluminum wiring in an older home requires careful consideration for safety. Several solutions can address the potential hazards associated with aluminum wiring. Arc fault circuit breakers, known as AFCs, are designed to detect and interrupt electrical arcs. These arcs can be a primary cause of fires related to faulty wiring. Replacing old circuit breakers with AFCs offers a significant safety upgrade. The cost for AFCs typically ranges from $15 to $50 per breaker, with the additional expense of labor for installation. Several more affordable options can also enhance the safety of aluminum wiring. Pigtailing involves replacing aluminum wire connections with short sections of copper wire, called pigtails. This creates a more reliable connection point between the aluminum wiring and devices. The cost for pigtailing is around $5 to $10 per pigtail, plus labor. Coaxial aluminum cables can be installed over existing wiring, offering a more reliable and safer connection. This method generally costs between $2 and $4 per foot, in addition to the labor costs for installation. Copper clamps can be installed around aluminum connections to improve conductivity and prevent overheating. These clamps typically cost $2 to $5 each, with labor costs for installation. Special connectors designed specifically for aluminum wiring are another option. These connectors reduce oxidation and create a more reliable connection. The cost is approximately $1 to $3 per connector, plus labor for installation. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are crucial for protecting against electrocution, especially in areas where water may be present, such as bathrooms and kitchens. GFCIs cost around $10 to $20 per unit, plus labor for installation. Before implementing any solution, a qualified electrician should inspect the wiring. This inspection will assess the condition of the wiring and determine the safest and most appropriate course of action. Combining multiple solutions can provide even greater protection. For example, using AFCs in conjunction with pigtailing or copper clamps can enhance overall safety. While AFCs may be more expensive than other options, they offer the most comprehensive protection against arc faults. When making a decision, carefully consider the safety benefits and long-term peace of mind that AFCs provide. Aluminum wiring, while common in older homes, presents specific challenges that require attention. The primary concern with aluminum wiring is its tendency to oxidize. When aluminum is exposed to air, it forms a layer of aluminum oxide on its surface. This oxide layer is non-conductive and increases the resistance at connections. This increased resistance can lead to overheating and potentially cause fires. Another issue is the expansion and contraction rate of aluminum. Aluminum expands and contracts more than copper with changes in temperature. This can cause connections to loosen over time, further increasing resistance and the risk of overheating. Furthermore, aluminum is a softer metal than copper. This makes it more susceptible to damage during installation and maintenance. Nicks and scratches can create hot spots and weaken the wire. To address these issues, several methods can be employed to ensure the safe and reliable operation of aluminum wiring systems. One of the most effective solutions is the use of coupling connectors. These connectors are specifically designed for aluminum to copper connections and are installed by certified electricians using a specialized crimping tool. The coupling connection creates a gas-tight seal that prevents oxidation and maintains a reliable connection over time. Another approach is to use the pigtailing method. This involves connecting a short length of copper wire to the aluminum wire using a special connector that is rated for aluminum to copper connections. The copper pigtail is then connected to the device or outlet. This method isolates the aluminum wire from direct contact with the device, reducing the risk of corrosion and overheating. Antioxidant compounds can also be applied to aluminum connections. These compounds prevent oxidation and maintain conductivity. It is crucial to use compounds that are specifically designed for aluminum wiring. Regular inspections of aluminum wiring systems are essential. A qualified electrician should inspect the wiring, connections, and devices to identify any signs of corrosion, overheating, or loose connections. Any issues should be addressed promptly to prevent potential hazards. When replacing outlets and switches in a home with aluminum wiring, it is important to use devices that are rated for use with aluminum wire. These devices are designed to accommodate the properties of aluminum and maintain a secure connection. Arc fault circuit interrupters, or SIs, are an important safety device for homes with aluminum wiring. SIs detect arc faults, which are a common cause of electrical fires. When an arc fault is detected, the SI trips the circuit breaker, cutting off the power and preventing a fire. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are another important safety device. GFCIs protect against electrical shock by detecting ground faults. Ground faults occur when electricity flows through an unintended path, such as through a person. GFCIs are typically installed in the areas where there is a risk of water exposure, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor outlets. When working with aluminum wiring, it is crucial to follow all safety precautions. Always turn off the power to the circuit before working on any electrical components. Use the proper tools and equipment. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as gloves and safety glasses. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician to perform the work. Aluminum wiring requires special attention and care. By understanding the potential hazards and implementing appropriate solutions, you can ensure the safety and reliability of your electrical system. Remember to consult with a qualified electrician to determine the best course of action for your specific situation. Aluminum wiring was commonly installed in homes built in the 1960s and 1970s due to the rising cost of copper. However, it was later discovered that aluminum wiring can pose a fire hazard if not properly installed and maintained. The primary issue with aluminum wiring is its tendency to loosen connections over time. This is due to several factors, including the fact that aluminum expands and contracts more than copper with changes in temperature. This can cause the wire to loosen at the screw terminals of outlets, switches, and light fixtures. Another factor is that aluminum oxidizes more readily than copper. When aluminum oxidizes, it forms a non-conductive layer on its surface. This layer can increase the resistance of the connection, leading to overheating and potentially a fire. To address these issues, several methods can be used to make aluminum wiring safer. One method is to use coupling connectors. These connectors are designed to create a permanent gas-tight connection between the aluminum wire and a copper pigtail. The pigtail is then connected to the outlet switch or light fixture. Another method is to use special connectors that are designed for use with aluminum wire. These connectors are typically filled with an antioxidant compound that helps to prevent oxidation. It is also important to make sure that all connections are properly tightened. Loose connections can lead to overheating and potentially a fire. In addition to these methods, it is also important to have a qualified electrician inspect the wiring on a regular basis. The electrician can identify any potential problems and make recommendations for repairs. If you have aluminum wiring in your home, it is important to take steps to make it safer. By using the methods described above, you can reduce the risk of fire and ensure the safety of your family. When dealing with aluminum wiring, it is critical to understand the National Electrical Code, or NEC, requirements. The NEC provides specific guidelines for the installation, maintenance, and repair of aluminum wiring systems. These guidelines are designed to ensure the safety of electrical systems and prevent fires. The NEC addresses several key aspects of aluminum wiring, including conductor sizing, connection methods, and the use of approved devices. It is essential to follow these guidelines to ensure that your aluminum wiring system is safe and compliant. One important aspect of the NEC is the requirement for proper conductor sizing. Aluminum conductors have a higher resistance than copper conductors, so they must be sized larger to carry the same amount of current. The NEC provides tables that specify the appropriate conductor size for different ampacities. It is crucial to consult these tables to ensure that your aluminum conductors are properly sized. Another important aspect of the NEC is the requirement for approved connection methods. Aluminum wiring requires special connectors that are designed to prevent oxidation and maintain a secure connection. The NEC specifies the types of connectors that are approved for use with aluminum wiring. It is essential to use these approved connectors to ensure that your connections are safe and reliable. The NEC also addresses the use of approved devices with aluminum wiring. Outlets, switches, and other devices that are used with aluminum wiring must be rated for use with aluminum. These devices are designed to accommodate the properties of aluminum and maintain a secure connection. It is essential to use these approved devices to ensure the safety of your electrical system. In addition to these specific requirements, the NEC also provides general guidelines for the installation, maintenance, and repair of electrical systems. These guidelines cover topics such as grounding, bonding, and overcurrent protection. It is essential to follow these guidelines to ensure that your electrical system is safe and compliant. When working with aluminum wiring, it is crucial to consult the NEC and follow all applicable requirements. This will help to ensure that your electrical system is safe, reliable, and compliant with all applicable codes and standards. Remember to always consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that your electrical work is done properly and safely. For instance, NEC Table 310.15b16 provides capacitive ratings for conductors. When using aluminum conductors, it's crucial to refer to this table and select a conductor size that can safely handle the intended load. Ignoring this requirement can lead to overheating and potential fire hazard. Similarly, NEC Section 110.14c outlines the requirements for making proper connections. It emphasizes the importance of using connectors that are specifically listed and labeled for use with aluminum conductors. This section also addresses the need to apply an antioxidant compound to the aluminum conductor before making the connection. Failing to follow these requirements can result in loose connections and increased resistance. Furthermore, NEC Section 406.3c addresses the replacement of receptacles in existing installations. When replacing receptacles in a home with aluminum wiring, it's essential to use receptacles that are specifically listed for use with aluminum wire. These receptacles are designed to accommodate the properties of aluminum and ensure a secure connection. Finally, NEC Section 250 provides comprehensive requirements for grounding and bonding. Proper grounding and bonding are essential for preventing electrical shock and ensuring the safe operation of electrical equipment. It is paramount to adhere to the NEC guidelines and prioritize safety when addressing aluminum wiring issues. Always consult with a licensed and experienced electrician to ensure compliance and proper installation. They possess the expertise to assess the specific situation, recommend suitable solutions, and perform the work according to code.